Yo guys, what is up? It is ShrimpCup. Welcome back to another video. This is actually going to be my follow-up video to my previous one talking about the stealth and iFerg drama here. And this will most likely be my last video that I make about this, but I do think it is fair for me to kind of cover all the aspects of what's going on here, just to make sure that I'm covering all bases and that I'm not missing any information. Last video, guys, I did say that there was a video that StealthCODM Mobile did actually delete. And it looks like actually he did re-upload it, like basically right after I posted the last video talking about this initial drama here. And I did want to go ahead and react to this because I think this is very important and it's going to add some context and the perspective of Stealth here, because last video I was mostly talking about iFerg and the way he was handling this situation, and I really wasn't able to get Stealth's side, if you will. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and react to this video here, and then we are also going to watch this most recent video that was posted 2 days ago as well. Then we'll go over some comments, and then I will give my thoughts at the end here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch this deleted reply video to iFerg. And we'll kind of talk as we go along.
This is not a hate video to iFerg, but a reply to one of his tweets which said, "I have nothing to add to the community except negativity. But first of all, sorry for using AI voice to clarify the matter, as I fumbled to pronunciate few words in English as it is not my primary language. I know many people don't like it. So it all started with this comment."
And also, I did wanted to kind of talk about this too, because a lot of people are like, oh, Stealth uses AI voice. Oh, that's really shrimpy. I don't understand why there's a lot of hate because of this. One, I think it's cool because obviously Stealth just said that English is not his primary language. But two, there's another prominent YouTuber in the COD mobile space, Papa Joe, and he uses AI voice for all of his videos as well. So I think people kind of directing hate towards Stealth about the AI voiceover is, I think people are just picking and choosing what they want to hate about. And, you know, people hopping on a bandwagon and such. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue watching the video.
A guy named Sinister says that iFerg uses cheats while streaming and he needs to get banned from COD Mobile. Though I don't agree with the comment, but the only mistake that I did was liking it without reading what it said. What happened after it was shocking. Someone took the screenshot of the comment and posted it on Twitter, tagging iFerg and telling him that Stealth supports him getting banned from COD Mobile. If I would have been on the same place of iFerg, I would have rather taken it as a compliment to my skill. But instead, he...
And that's interesting too, because I agree with Stealth here. I think that, oh, you know, if I'm... you know, so good at a game that people like, you know, if I was in iFerg's situation here, I'd be like, oh wow, like, you know, I'm so good at the game that people are thinking I'm cheating. I mean, you guys hear that all the time in COD Mobile, you know, you either have teammates or maybe you're even the one who said it before while you're playing a game and you're getting destroyed. You're like, oh bro, this dude's hacking. For me, personally, I just say that as a joke, but like I said, I think Stealth has a good argument here that, you know, if it was him in the situation, he'd be like, oh, well, I'll actually take that as a compliment because of my skill in the game. So I think that's actually an interesting comment there, but let's continue watching.
He chose to act aggressive, and this is what he replied to it. Once again, he is proving that he has nothing to add to the community except negativity, and also added that he should have never invited me in $10K tournament in the first place. He said so, and unfollowed me without listening my perspective. He's calling me bad and negative person, not only for liking that comment, but he's also referring to the videos that I have made in past criticizing Activision, especially for Warzone Mobile's optimization or pay-to-win stuffs in COD.
And this is kind of what I was touching on the previous video, guys, was that Stealth here has made plenty of videos talking about his opinion of Warzone Mobile and the optimization issues. And like I said, that's something I touched on in last video, and I think that's completely fair. However, iFerg did actually kind of brush that aside and you know, kind of called Stealth's channel, oh, he just makes bad videos on terrible gameplay, talking bad about games. When in reality, he actually, you know, he actually does have good opinions and good perspectives on Warzone Mobile and the optimization issues. The game has been out for months and months now, and still has optimization issues. You guys know that. You guys know my opinion as well, and I think Stealth has a really good way of just being open and transparent about it and calling this stuff out. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue watching here.
Mobile. First of all, I don't think he has the clarity of what adding negativity in the community actually means. Adding negativity means twisting the positive narrative in such a way that it makes the game look bad in front of the audience even when it's good. But what if the game is already bad, or there are few things in the game that we don't like? I want to ask iFerg that, for example, if Warzone Mobile is trash, and a person or a group of person refers it as a trash, does that make all of them a negative person? That doesn't make me or anyone else a negative person at all. But according to his arguments, it feels like he's trying to say that if I criticize Activision for poor optimization and pay to win, I become a person who's adding negativity to the community. But if I glaze them for no reason at all, I'm adding positivity to the community. And if you are a smart audience, you also know that it doesn't make any sense at all. Adding positivity to the community doesn't mean I would blame my iPad with M2 chip for lagging instead of blaming Warzone Mobile's developers.
I can't play anymore. I'm gonna see what's wrong with this. It could be my iPad, to be honest.
But it's a reality that the opinion of people changes according to their convenience, no matter if it's me, it's you guys, or anyone else in the world. For example, if I started getting paid directly by Activision from today, all my opinions about the game will get changed in no time. I will start ignoring all the mistakes and money loot of the developers, and will also encourage others to do so. But still those, for example, you guys who are not benefiting from it in any way, would still see the problems and would not hesitate to talk about it. I made it slightly complex, but I hope you were able to understand.
And I think what Stealth was trying to say here makes so much sense. I have discussed this in the past about Bobby Plays and how he is just showing off all these lucky draws and the keep items in Warzone Mobile. And he's clearly being paid by Activision, but like Stealth was saying here, if he's being paid off by Activision, all of his opinions are going to change to, oh no, this game is awesome. Oh, this game is cool. And ignore the problems that everybody else can so clearly see. And I think Stealth did actually mention this in an appropriate way that makes sense.
Those who have been watching me from years can only decide whether I had been negative or I was able to do right things that you were able to relate. Meanwhile, another reason for iFerg being furious was this video. He said that I have tried to make him look like a bad person in front of audience. But I want you guys to decide if it is the case if you watch the video. I only said that it was unexpected for me to get banned permanently because I was expecting the ban for that tournament only for not following the rules. Is this statement enough to portray someone like a bad person?
And I think that's interesting here. I kind of touched on this on the last video that, like I said, it is all up to iFerg because, he's the one running the tournament. But I did think it was a little weird that he banned Stealth from all future tournaments as well. I think it's interesting that Stealth touches upon that here.
Or is it enough makes me a characterless person? Having ego is good, but only to some extent. When you cross the line, you get blind, unable to realize things right in front of you. Anyway, let's leave. These comments are not going to affect my temperament even by 1%. I will continue doing what brings good to you, even if someone calls me a negative person. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.
Yeah, guys, so to wrap it up here, I think, and this kind of appropriately, I think, summarizes Stealth's side of the story here, in that iFerg taking Stealth's opinion about how, he was reacting to iFerg banning him, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, especially when, like I said before, in Stealth's previous videos, he does call out all the negative things about Warzone Mobile and even COD Mobile. But then, like I said, according to the last video, iFerg just, kind of summarized Stealth's content as, oh, he just makes AI voiceovers of bad gameplay, talking bad about games. When in reality, Stealth is one of the more honest COD Mobile YouTubers that I would say that's in the gaming space right now. And that's why I've always respected StealthCODM Mobile, because no matter what, he is not going to change his opinion. And that's why I do like Stealth as well as YouTubers like Papa Joe. Because both of these guys, they use AI voiceovers, but more importantly, they're actually honest and they actually do give their opinions without being, swayed by being paid by Activision and whatnot. So, there's that video, guys. There was one more thing I wanted to kind of gloss over real quick. The most recent video that Stealth has made here. We're going to watch this real quick, and I'm just going to kind of give you the highlight of this video, but let's go ahead and check it out.
Yesterday's evening, iFerg issued me a warning saying that his content management automatically may claim or take down the video in which I used his clip, which showed how he made derogatory remarks about me saying that I have not seen $20,000 in my life.
Basically, guys, this is referring to why he deleted the initial video. Like I said, last video of me talking about this situation, Stealth had deleted the video, and I was like, oh, it's kind of weird how he deleted it. However, if we kind of, look through the video here...
He also added that he will have no control over it if it happens. But one thing here you will notice is that he has issued this warning to me only through personal message, when there are like hundreds of other creators using his clip, and in past... he himself has encouraged others to do so, saying that he had no problem in it, and he actually enjoys when people do make meme out of his footages. In fact, I have seen several YouTube channel grow using his clips only. His statement feels same as someone is saying that my bodyguard may kill you only out of 100 people, and I will have no control over it if it happens. In other words, he is just discouraging me to use his clip, which I have used in my previous video for commenting and criticism purpose, and which is allowed under the fair use in YouTube.
And that's basically the point of this video, was iFerg basically said on Twitter that, he's not going to be able to... he would have no control if one of Stealth's videos was taken down due to copyright claim. However, guys... as you can see in my previous video, when I reacted to the video by Jim Edits, that video's still up, and that's the clip in question. So it's very interesting that iFerg was kind of telling Stealth that, oh, if your video gets taken down, I have no control over it, even though there's people who make memes about iFerg and, stuff like that all the time. So I think that's just very interesting. Very, very interesting. So guys, I would love to hear your opinion about this in the comments below. What do you think about the situation now, knowing more context? Are you guys on Stealth's side? Are you on iFerg's side? Like I said, do you not really care? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And there's one more thing I want to touch on before ending off this video. And that is this. So, like I said, he did make a previous... community post here saying that iFerg said that his content ID agency may claim or strike down video of which I've used his footage, in terms of him saying, oh, the $20,000, blah, blah, blah. Very interesting, but the more... okay, thank you, Amber Lamps. This is one interesting thing I did want to actually point out, too, is that Ferg actually blocked StealthCOD Mobile here. That is very interesting, and you can see how Stealth has worded his reaction here. He said, blocked by Ferg finally, I hope this is the end of the drama. Stealth is not upset by this. If anything, he's like, hopefully this can be the end of all this stuff. And that's why I did say in the beginning of this video that this would be my last video talking about this, but I wanted to say, like I said, I wanted to give both sides of the story. We know iFerg's side, and this video is going to serve as Stealth's side. So, guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And speaking of that, I actually want to react to some comments of the last video I made talking about, iFerg and StealthCOD Mobile drama here. Is iFerg handling this correctly? Guys, please, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I'm going to read some of the comments here. First of all, shout out to StealthCOD Mobile, man. I did not expect him to even see my video. I know I tagged both iFerg and Stealth here. But the fact that Stealth actually took the time out of his day to watch my video is actually so cool. So Stealth, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. I wanted to say, where he replied to me here in this thread, he said, didn't expect someone to explain all of this in an unbiased/neutral way. Been seeing many explainers who were just repeating what they saw others saying on Twitter. And I think that's a very interesting point because, like I said in my reply here, I said, yeah, man, I like to keep an open mind/perspective in everything I do. Too many people just hop on a bandwagon and not do any research. And I think that's a big problem as to, why this the situation is kind of where it's at. And shout out to Stealth, man. Thank you so much for checking out my video. It just means so much, man. Like, definitely one of the coolest, you know, COD mobile YouTubers. I'm not just saying that because, oh, he replied to my comment. But like I said, I've been subscribed to StealthCODM Mobile for years at this point. So I just have a lot of respect for this guy. And guys, like I said, and this video is not me saying that I think iFerg is a terrible YouTuber too. Like I said, I've explained at least my perspective in the most unbiased and neutral way as possible on both sides of the story here. And like I said, here we go. So Peter says, you know, for all the people wondering why he deleted the video, check out the Stealth community post. He had some issue with the video strike. Very interesting. Also, shout out to Jim Edits for the video in the previous Shrimp. Absolute legend. Both of them are overreacting, but I think they should at least apologize to each other. It seems that iFerg doesn't even want to do that. But, you know, obviously, from iFerg's perspective, why would he? You know, from iFerg's perspective, you know, Stealth did something that rubbed him the wrong way. So I would be very surprised if iFerg did apologize at all, but that's just my opinion. There's an interesting comment by Saris here, which I can definitely understand. You know, that's $20,000 out of iFerg's pocket. I'd be enraged too if I was him. You know, the sudden race card Stealth fans pull out is just a lazy victim mentality. And about that, I think it's not obvious. It's not all of Stealth's fans that kind of pulled that card, but obviously there was a couple people, you know, that I pointed out in the last video. And I can completely, like I said, you know, I agree with what Saris is saying here. You know, that's $20,000 out of iFerg's pocket, so of course he's going to be mad. I understand that, but there is still a way that you can react to not further incentivize negativity. Or, you know, there's definitely a more mature way that iFerg could have handled this situation. Not even mentioning that, you know, iFerg blocked Stealth here. Which, like I said, I think that's very interesting. So, guys, please let me know what you think about this. Like I said, this is going to be my last video talking about this. But I did want to go ahead and give you guys all of the sides of this story here. Anyway, guys, please let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I promise this is going to be the last video I make about this. I don't want to further, I guess, push this drama where it needs to be, you know. But I do think it is important that I cover the video that Stealth did upload a couple days ago. So, that being said, you know, shout out to Stealth, shout out to iFerg. Both of these guys are awesome YouTubers at the end of the day. And guys, of course, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and drop a like, maybe even subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! Guys, I just wanted to say at the end of this video, thank you to all of the members of the channel. We now actually do have 7 members. Thank you to all those who's become a member. I believe Swanson actually gifted the rest of these members, so shout out to these guys. Especially you, Robert Hall. Thank you all so much for those who have become a member. If you want to become a member, hit the link in the description. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.